panel discussion we have just done today has really been a clear demonstration and a very good wrap up of what the conference had prepared on its menu. This thing, like we just witnessed, has not only challenged us to rethink our approaches to teaching and learning, but it has also called upon us to engage and reimagine the role of higher education in a rapidly evolving technological landscape. How do we engage? The discussions, the exhibitions, and the stalls have clearly demonstrated that AI is no longer a distant concept. It's here with us, shaping industries, redefining skills, and demanding a new kind of graduates. Ones who are adaptable, competent, innovative, and grounded. As a university, we are particularly encouraged by the emphasis placed on aligning education and industry. But all this embedded within a governance framework that is provided by government. Competence-based educational training, when effectively implemented, offers a powerful framework ensuring that our graduates are not only knowledgeable, but are capable of applying their skills in the real world. Like we have been emphasizing by the previous panelists, what can you deliver as a result of the training? So the integration of AI into the framework strengthens the ability to deliver. It is the result. And then the emphasis was, it is the process. Then is it the aim? But holistically, it is the ability to deliver, like had been emphasized by the experts before. So the disseminations, like for the dissemination workshop of the research output, is a critical step in bridging the gap between academia, policy, and industry. And this has been the debate over what is the role of the universities in our education system. Because most of the education has been critiqued of being too theoretical. But we're trying to see how we can therefore bridge that gap. To our industry partners, our sponsors, we are deeply appreciative for your participation and the insights you have given us. The engagement ensures that the academic programs remain relevant and responsive in the needs of the labor market. Because we have to make sure that the supply and demand, we do the supply of the graduates, but the demand is from the industry, so to ensure there is a proper match to avoid producing irrelevant graduates for the market. So strengthening this collaboration is essential within the competence-based education and training framework. To our students, your curiosity, creativity, and active participation throughout the conference and the festival are a strong reminder that the future is indeed in capable hands. Continue to embrace innovation and lifelong learning. As I conclude, let's carry forward what we have learned in this conference. The need to meet stronger collaboration between universities, industries, and policymakers. The importance of embracing emerging technologies. We said, emerging are not our enemies. How can we best harness them such that they can facilitate our own work without killing their creativity and originality. Because we say AI cannot replace your thinking. It's just to help you streamline your output in the thinking process. Then the urgency of reforming our educational system to focus on competence and not just certification. It's no longer the papers that we throw around, but our ability to perform. Let this not be the end of our conversation, rather the beginning of having a joint action. I extend the sincere gratitude to the organizers, the participants, and all stakeholders who have contributed to the success of this event. Your dedication and commitment have made this conference and festival meaningful, and indeed for very many of us, very memorable. I wish you safe travels and continued success in your respective endeavors. Thank you, and I look forward to your continued collaboration. Now, my pleasure and honor to invite the Vice Chancellor of Kyambogo University, Professor Eli Katunga, to come and make his remark and thereafter declare the Competitive Research Grants Dissemination Conference and the 5th edition of the STEAM Festival officially closed. You're welcome, Professor.
Thank you very much, Dean Obanda. The members of top management who are here, the deans and heads of departments, presenters and speakers at the conference and the exhibitors, the staff and students of Kyambogo University, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you very much for the 3 days that you have spent going through the Research Dissemination Conference and the 5th edition of the STEAM Festival. I had the opportunity to be here on day 1, and I think it was very insightful. It was really excellent. I liked the presentations. I also liked the exhibitions. And the theme of the conference was, I think, timely, demystifying science, technology, and innovation for community development. So this talks to the need to understand what science is about, knowledge generation, and using the knowledge for development of our communities. So it's not just generation of energy, of knowledge for its sake, but for what purpose? The end result should be improving the well-being of our people. I like the dissemination conference because when we're discussing with the organizers, I said instead of having the 2 events separate, why don't you have them running alongside each other? Have the dissemination conference and the STEAM Festival, and they agreed, for which I want to thank them. The publications and the presentations from the dissemination conference were largely a result of the work our members of staff are doing from the Competitive Research Grants Scheme. And it was in 2018 when the University Council agreed to establish this competitive scheme in order that our members of staff can have some money to start doing research, to start addressing some of the problems they identify in our communities. As a university, university, you must be doing research, you must be generating knowledge, rather than consuming other people's knowledge. And the council agreed and introduced this competitive research scheme. And I must say that it was only Kyambogo University that was using internally generated funds. Suppose of the experience I had in Makerere, worked as director of graduate school about 10 years. And I knew that was one way of enhancing the research ecosystem of an institution. Alongside provision of money for staff to conduct research, we did a lot of work in building the capacity of staff to conduct research. And we did this through numerous training in research methods, data analysis, and scholarly writing. And many staff, over 400, benefited from these training sessions. Regarding the competitive research scheme, I was interested to know how many members of staff have benefited from this scheme. And so far, 175 have benefited from this scheme, which is quite commendable. Because we have teaching staff population of about 430, and over 175 have gotten this support. Alongside that, we said we need to promote graduate programs, because many members of staff were saying, because as one of the requirements for you to get money for competitive research scheme, you had to have a graduate student attached to your project. Many staff were saying, but we don't have graduate programs, so where do we get students? And they can't borrow them from other faculties. So we started on a program, an ambitious program, to promote development of graduate programs. And that was a major shift in the mindset of the people, because we are coming from our historical roots of UPK and ITEC, where we are all grounded in certificates and diplomas. And to get people to think differently is not easy. We are all comfortable in our old way of doing things. And when you introduce new things, we are all taken aback. So we have now got many graduate programs, and many members of staff are supervising these students. And they are learning how. Mother was telling people who are here that supervision of graduate students remains a major challenge in many institutions in this country. And not only in this country, I think in Africa. When you look at the duration these students take to finish their programs, for masters, they tell you about 5 years. And for PhDs, it can go to 9, 10 years. 10 years, what are you doing? What are you doing with 10 years? Because people tend to supervise the way they were supervised. If you are tortured, you think the best way to do is to torture these people. But can we develop the capacity of our staff to supervise students, to find time for them, to read their documents, to be knowledgeable in the area in which they are doing research? If you are not knowledgeable, you are not going to help the student. So we've been doing that, and I think we have made some progress. We are starting to notice some outcomes. The publications coming out of the university have increased. But unfortunately, our members of staff prioritize publications rather than product development or IPs or intellectual property from their research. But development is a system, it's a process, it doesn't come overnight. As a result of these publications, many members of staff now, together with supervision of graduate students, have been able to be promoted to higher levels. I remember in the last cohort of promotions, I think we have promoted 2 people, full professors. We have promoted 6 people to associate professors. We have promoted about 14 to senior lecturers and about 19 to lecturers. So because of the work they are being recognized and appreciated, and they are getting higher in their levels. Another outcome we have had our development of partnerships with industry, with other institutions, leading institutions of academia in other universities, to jointly write grants and apply for research money, and also to work with the industry to address their problems. Yesterday I took time to walk around and look at the posters. The ones from engineering were very interesting. Because these are people in engineering, especially mechanical and electrical, who are working to address problems of the industry. And even the one on cassava by Juliet Chasimre, trying to develop packaging materials from cassava waste, I think was very interesting as well. And other posters. So that means our culture is improving. Another area we need to really think about is product development. How can our research end up into a product? I was interested to note one of the projects we have in food science by one of our recently promoted associate professors, Nachisinje, I hope that's the name, who is producing egg powder. I was asking her, who is going to eat egg powder when the egg is there? She was telling the major people looking for that product are people in the baking industry. The powder is easier to use for baking and you move on rather than going to beat the eggs here and there. And that's a product, it's on the market. So she is developing that product and making money from the industry. I hope you have an IP and some of the money will come into your pocket. We shall talk about that when we have some time. So as a university, we are moving in the right direction. I came in when there was a discussion on competence-based education and training. These are all new challenges to us. We have all the answers to them. But training keeps changing. Dr. Garwango, I remember in Makerere, the training in the College of Health Sciences, it should have been around 2010, 2009. We're battling with them. They introduced what we call problem-based learning. I think that is in line with what you're talking about. And the professors in the medical school say, how can you produce a doctor without teaching them anatomy or physiology or biochemistry? And you think you are going to produce a doctor? No way. So it went on for some years. But to my amazement, the college has now reversed that type of training. They have said it is not giving students enough grounding in medicine. And the thinking now is different. So when you talk about competence-based education and training, this is a whole new animal in the education sector. And we all need to be guided, we all need to be trained, and we all need to appreciate that maybe it's the best way to go. I was talking to Professor Mugampoza there, asking, is our other East African countries using competence-based education and training? If not, are we the leaders and are they going to be following? But what I'm saying is, in agreement with what Professor Chaske said, we all need to be trained, we all need to be brought on board. Because even coming from secondary school, even the secondary school teachers don't appreciate it yet. The other day I got results of the senior 6 river, and I looked at them, I did not understand them. Me, I'm used to principle A, principle B, maybe succeed. But here there were numbers, 1, 2, 3, and the grading was different. So I'm glad that we have the CDC take back our message that these people in universities need to be trained, and immediately, because we are being directed that this must start in 2027. Talking about AI, this is another thing that is going to take us by storm, and we must all be prepared. Must have a clear AI policy as a university and as a country. How can we use AI for our benefit? The industries, I'm told, are already using AI and are improving their profitability. And if an industry is going to make more money from AI, there's no way we're going to take it out from them. But as a university, how do we encourage our students to use AI in the correct way, following the correct policies, so that they don't just go home to sleep and know, I will ask AI, I will tell me. So as educators, we need to organize ourselves, inform ourselves about AI, and what AI can do for us. I'm told the lecturers who are preparing their lecture notes using AI, and then the students also do their assignments using AI. Everybody is in AI, so you don't know who is doing what. But we need to educate ourselves and inform ourselves and be able to guide our students. I want to end by thanking all those who participated in this conference as speakers and as exhibitors. I was mainly interested by the private sector involvement. There was a man there who is making cars and driving them around. He was saying he could sell us some cars to be able to transport our people with disabilities on campus. That looked very interesting. So I really would like to thank the exhibitors and the presenters for the work they did, and also those who are showing us products like the beak, like the egg things. That is very encouraging, including the presenters of papers who did a lot of good work to prepare them, including the poster presentations I've talked about. Without forgetting the vocational students, those of fashion and cosmetology, who did a display here of their traditional wear. Lastly, I want to thank the organizers and Associate Professor Mugapoza. He has done this for 5 years, every year in, year out. I want to thank you very much for your resilience. And also Dr. Savannah, very energetic young lady. When you are working with energetic people, they give you energy. They are here, the young people say they give you vibe. I think you are surprised that I know that word also. So they give you energy and encourage you to continue. Together with all the committees and the groups that were working with them and the student volunteers. I met a number of students who are volunteering. They were doing a very good job. I want to thank management who supported the idea of the dissemination conference and this team, and also council for giving its support. Lastly, I want to thank the government of Uganda for continuing to support the university. And I mentioned the other time that through the cooperative research scheme, we had 1 billion shillings. The government gave us some little money as well. But this year, government gave us 3 billion shillings. Added to the 1 billion, make it 4 billion. And we're working with our managers to see how that money is utilized. The focus of that money is that you must develop a product. It's not just doing research and you publish. You must come up with a product. And that is going to be a challenge for many of us. And for those of you who have products or prototypes and you want some little money to top up, this is some money that you can access. With that, I want to really thank you Thank you very much. And I want to take this honor and singular privilege to close this research dissemination conference at the 5th edition of STEAM. And may God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor, for officially closing our competitive research grant dissemination conference and the 5th edition of STEAM. And thank you so much for always sparing precious time in your busy schedule to always bless our events. May we clap for Professor for always doing that. Thank you so much. I invite my colleagues, my son, to come and take over the awarding ceremony.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Professor, the Vice Chancellor of Kyambogo University, Professor Erika Tumuka, for these wonderful closing remarks. And without wasting much of your time, because we have already crossed the time for lunch, we are going into the awarding ceremony, and we shall try to be precise and brief. So I request that when your team is ready to come in front, you come as a team. Let's have one team because we have short time here. There is another engagement coming through in a few minutes from now. And then when you come as a team, we shall take a picture with the Vice Chancellor and the team here. And then the certificates which are individualized or personalized will be given to you by your team leader. I think that one can work for the interest of time. So we have the organizing committee for STEAM. We can have the STEAM organizing committee, and DJ, it will be good. Yeah, just allow me to make some small amendment there. So I am told that our students of the Department of Cosmetology and Fashion have a short piece to present to us. And by the way, as they enter, so you can come and make a presentation, some slight change, make your presentation, and then we can get into the awarding ceremony a few minutes from now. Let's create a way for the Department of Fashion and Cosmetology. These students, I'm reliably informed that whatever you see them putting on, they make it for themselves. Can we clap for them? So it means if you have a function, you no longer have to be running to town, Yamaha Center and other buildings to look for the attire for the function. You can be able to approach them, they can be able to do for you good mshanana or chitengi for the function. Okay. So let's have this short piece of entertainment and then we can wrap it up. I pray that you can be patient enough and see it off together, and then we go to the next segment of the event. Thank you so much. Good.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Distinguished guests, expected faculty. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear students, for the ease in vocational studies. Department of Cosmetology and Fashion, Board number 16 comes in as well, showcasing her evening wear. Don't forget these are students from Kyambogo University doing the bachelor's and diploma in fashion and cosmetology. Don't hesitate ordering from us because they really know what we do. And for the cosmetology part of it, you are welcome for the makeup touches. That is model number 13, showcasing us as well. Very accessorized, very confident, nice smile, and stylish mode. For the cosmetology part of it, you are welcome for the makeup touches, pedicure, manicure, and massage. That is model number 3, showcasing her evening wear as well. Professional models from Kyambogo University. This is where the icon of styling appears. Thank you. Can I see some energy from the audience? number 6, showcasing half stitch dress. Evening wear, don't forget. Let us give them some flowers, please, as they are showcasing. You will be receiving some papers. You please write down your best model. The white papers that you've been distributed to. You write down your best model. That is model number 22. Looking so smart, very demure in her evening wear outfit. That is model number 21, showcasing her evening in black. Very confident, looking demure. It's our Gallants of Kyambogo University. A big thanks to our team, Mr. Rukundo, head of department, Dr. Akapoza Obed, and dear students for not letting us down. Wow! Another model showcasing her evening wear, as you can see. Very smart. Please pay attention to details. That is model number 2. You don't forget to write down your best model on the papers that you've been distributed to. Model number 14, showcasing her short dress as well. Very passionate. Thank you. A big thanks to you all. Thank you for signing up for this fashion show. Let it be entertainment, please. Model number 7, showcasing her picture as well. The dress, evening wear, don't forget it. Thank you, model number 7. Yeah. Wow, model number 18. Wow, thank you. Evening wear. Not forgetting these are our students from the Department of Cosmetology and Fashion doing the bachelor's and diploma in cosmetology and fashion skills. They make these garments by themselves, so don't hesitate ordering with us. That is model number 23. Thank you. Very accessorized garment, very smart, very confident and passionate on what we're doing. Thank you. Some flowers for our models, please. Let us give them some energy. Model number 4, showcasing her evening wear as well. Well-matched colors, very well accessorized, and very confident. Thank you. Model number 5, still on evening wear. Love the maroon on her. Thank you. Model number 20. Wow. Still on evening wear. Yeah. Love that. Thank you. Model number 8, showcasing her white as well. Round dress, white in color, well matched with black, and well accessorized. A student from Kyambogo University, doing the bachelor's and diploma in cosmetology and fashion. Thank you, dear students. Another model comes in. Very nice catwalk, looking smart, well accessorized. Wow, love the confidence in her. Thank you. Let us see creativity, nourish creativity flourishing from our dear students. Evening wear. Don't forget to write down your best model because at the end of the day, we shall be tallying for the best and present the best here. Model number 9, one must start with price. Evening wear, well exercised, very confident and passionate. Thank you. This is where the icon of fashion is built. Another model comes in. Very much colors of black and brown, very smart, accessorized, very confident. Thank you, dear students, for working tirelessly to get all this perfect in credit. Thank you for making this showcasing easy and perfect. Now the model comes in with a backlog. Wow. Before the colonialists came in, it was being ruined by the Baganda. Yeah, thank you so much for the creativity. Please, I can see some creativity flourishing out of our students. Let us pay attention to detail and give some flowers as you enjoyed. It is really a great time. Thank you for turning out. Model number 26, still on the fair. Thank you. Please don't forget to write down your best model. Yeah. Great thanks to our lecturers, our dean, Mr. Rukundo, and our head of department, Dr. Obed. Thank you so much. Model number 11. Still on the same, gentlemen. Model number 24 coming in, showcasing his evening wear, very smart and creative, very unique. Let us give him some flowers, please. I need to see some light from the audience. Hope we're enjoying what we see. Okay, thank you. Model number 10 coming in still, showcasing his evening wear. Students of bachelor's and diploma in fashion and cosmetology, vocational studies, Department of Cosmetology and Fashion. Model number 12, showcasing his evening wear as well. Very unique, very confident. Yeah. Model number 13, showcasing his as well. Very unique ideas and very neat touches. Not forgetting they made these outfits by themselves, so don't forget to order with them just in case you may need any of this. And for the part of cosmetology, you are welcome for the makeup touches, pedicure, manicures, and massage. Thank you, dear models, for the presentation. They will be setting off the stage, ready for the next item. I remain Kajuba Patricia, a student from Kyambogo University, pursuing a bachelor's in cosmetology and fashion. Thank you for the opportunity granted.
Can we give them a big round of applause? Yeah. Thank you so much, students. The good job you are doing. Yeah. I will go on the back rows. Can you come to him? Taking us back to a traditional kind of dance. And I can see some people having the attire of Gen Z, which comes in our style. Yeah, thank you so much. And the faculty behind this, so we'll take you for granted. maybe better and see the photos. Yeah, well done.
Master.
Can we say with our assessments as we do the final tally? Yeah. Good. Yeah. I think it is very right and justice that we give a round of applause to this team and appreciate their head of department, Dr. Kampuza Obed. Are you here? Dr. Kampuza Obed? Yes. Well done. Thank you so much. We appreciate the job well done that side. And we are getting into the last segment of this function, of this event. And we appreciate you for the patience and the wonderful participation we have had in this day. So I request that we have Otakalanda taking us through the assessment for the exhibitors, and is leading the team of educators for the exhibitors. And as we finalize this segment, then we shall be able to start immediately with the awarding ceremony. Thank you. You should be able to read us the best three, and then we can be able to start with that. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. I'll start on the same protocol. Vice Chancellor, thank you so much for sparing time to be with us this afternoon. I worked with a team whom I would like to introduce to you. Dr. Dorin Mbabazi,